Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia, the very bluntly honest one, who you wouldn't like, the Muslims wouldn't like at all. No one would like. You would like to hate and not to be with. So here I have this contradiction I found last night, stumbling upon it. So when I was doing my live stream on the series God is Beyond Existence and yet He's not non-existent, all that what Imam Ali has said. So 3-hour live stream, and I stumbled upon this that he has really messed it up. I found this. Now, to put it this way, so Surah 20 ayat 12, verily I am your Lord, take off your shoes, you are in the sacred valley, O Musa. And Surah 27 ayat 9, O Musa, surely I am Allah, the mighty, the wise. So in Surah Taha, chapter 20 of the Quran, 12th verse, he said, Allah says to Moses, I am your Lord. Now this is the speech of God, and he's even maybe chosen like a medium, or that's what the Shia say under this ayat regarding speaking the Lord or Allah speaking to Moses. It is very important that this comes. There's no contradiction in this. Like either he says, I'm your Lord, or he says, surely I am Allah. So there's this contradiction between these two verses. Lord is Allah, but still it's different, right? Allah speaks to Moses. So how can at one time Allah say He's Lord and another time He is Allah at the same time? You would also miss the greatest Isme Azam, the name of Allah. I was told in which is in Surah Taha. I was told the Jews know I am who I am. In Exodus 3 verse 14, God said to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. No contradiction about God's statement in speech to Moses in the Bible here. So, a lot of things you're going to, the Muslims have missed out on, going to miss out on. So don't be missing out on this. Don't keep missing out, right? At least the Bible has, there's slight sometimes in the Bible about this, but it's not that important. However, if you may want to criticize the Bible, first, you see, okay, we can say he said there's slight variation in Exodus, right? God said, I am who I am. Where is it? No. I looked at the various where was that website? Various translations in English. Some I am sent me. Go to the Israelites and say I am, that I am. Where do they give different translations in English? But the I am or the I will be, uh, but the slight. But here, in the Quran, it's too much. This can make a world of a difference and make you miss the great. Also, like, and it shouldn't be like this because God is speaking directly to Moses, and you have to be sure what He is saying to Moses. Who am I? Who am I? What is my name? Right? Does He speak to Moses as Rab, or does He speak to Allah saying, to Moses saying, I'm Allah, or does He speak to Moses saying, I'm your Lord? Two different things. So much the Muslims have missed out. Like I was showing in that, what Imam Ali has said, the Shias have missed out, the Ismailis have missed out, right? So much loss. Khasara, they say. What a loss. So who will be in the loss? Disbelievers, polytheists, all that. And Quran ayat states. Then Lord is Allah, but still, yeah. So you would also miss the greatest name given in Surah Taha, I was told by my grandmother to read I was reading the whole surah. It's long and it's hidden. It's hidden. The greatest name of Allah, Isma Azam, is hidden in Surah Taha, which the Jews know. I am who I am. Exodus 3. It's in the Bible also. So no contradiction about God's statement in speech to Moses in the Bible. Surah 27, ayat 91. What are you going to miss? You see, when I read about, mention Shekinah on Wikipedia. And then I had to read Shekinah because all that you've missed. You see the first, okay, wait, I've missed something, sorry. The Jews asked Prophet Muhammad about the spirit or the soul, and it was revealed to him that the spirit is by the command of Allah, and the knowledge of which you have been given but little. And maybe the Jews have more knowledge about the spirit than, now the Muslims have. Even maybe the Imam, Ismaili Imam. And then another thing was the sleepers, the cave sleepers. How many were there? Oh, you don't know. Some say there were this number, and Allah knows best. Quran ayat. Like Allah knows how many there were. So the Jews must have this or what? So they were asking this, and the ex-Muslims have spoken about this on YouTube, social media. But I found another very devastating thing. This is also devastating. Extremely. Because then this added to how many sleepers were there and the questions Jews were asking, like what is the soul or the spirit? It definitely reveals that he didn't know much. He's stolen it. And he's stolen it. He didn't know. And he's made a mess out of it. You can't, in Surah Yasin. So as I was reading about Shekinah, we call it Sakina, right? And in the Quran ayat is Sakina. Of Moses and the family of Harun, the Sakina. So this, this is when you have to find out. You have to find out what Sakina is. Sakina in English transliteration of a Hebrew word meaning dwelling or settling, and denotes the presence of God in a particular place, like in a place. Just the presence of God, right? And God also tells Moses that I will meet you. In the Bible, it's Exodus where. So he's preparing Moses when and where and how and with the things like do this, do that. So I will meet you. So it is kind of in sequence and properly put, like God will meet Moses, and then he speaks to Moses, but in the Quran it's kind of really a mishmash, a messed up. So this also, and then you'll know there's another ayat. Then I jump to Surah 27, ayat 91. Say, O Muhammad, I've only been commanded to worship the Lord of this city. So maybe the Jews did something, or this about Makkah here. But maybe the Jews did something to make God be present in Yathrib. Shekinah, the Shekinah, pronounced properly. I mean, I might mispronounce it. I apologize for that. Shekinah, Shekinah, or Shekinah. So this, I have only been commanded to worship the Lord of this city. This city. What is this? It's come like I have only been commanded. Like only been commanded to worship the Lord of this city. Not any other city. This means the Lord's presence was in the city. And even Sahih International says, or region, meaning Makkah and its surroundings. So it could be Yathrib, it could be Makkah, like the polytheists would say that God's presence is here in the Kaaba and in Makkah and its surroundings. And even not only the polytheists, but the Jews can also say this. Why? If you read about Shekinah, right, in Wikipedia, in detail, you'll find out what is this divine presence. In classic Jews thought the Shekinah refers to a dwelling or settling in a special sense also. A dwelling or settling of divine presence to the effect that while in proximity to Shekinah, the connection to God is more readily perceivable. So now it makes sense that ayat I just read out. While Shekinah is a feminine word, in Hebrew it primarily seemed to be featured in masculine or androgynous contexts, referring to a divine manifestation of the presence of God, based especially on readings of Talmud. You see, someone had told me a long time ago that Prophet Muhammad, the Quran is, also he's stolen it, taken it from the Talmud. Contemporary interpretations of the term Shekinah commonly see it as the divine feminine principle in Judaism. So probably like in Hinduism, Radha Rani, what Paramahamsa Vishwananda, the kirtan he sung, Yamuna Kinare. Some things like the moon and the moonlight, right? Who is the moon and who is the moonlight? Is Krishna the moon and Radharani the moonlight? Manifestations. The prophets made numerous references to visions of the presence of God, particularly in the context of the term tabernacle or temple, with figures such as thrones or robes, filling the sanctuary. Sorry, my reading, there's some problems I'm having with the reading, pronunciation of the words also. I apologize for that. It is also, and thank you for bearing with me. It is also rabbinic literature. While a person studies Torah, Shekinah is among them. Whenever 10 are gathered for prayer, then Shekinah rests. When the 3 sit as judges, the Shekinah is with them. Yathrib, Allah, Huway, and what is that? Allah, Jawaria, Bendaret. The Banu Qurayza tribe and the Banu. Excuse me. So, cases of personal need, the Shekinah dwells over the head side of the sick man's bed. Wheresoever they are exiled, the Shekinah went with them. The presence of God. A man and woman, if they merit, the Shekinah is between them, like I merit. Let God be between me and my principal. If not, but we weren't man and woman. I mean, she was my principal. If not, fire consumes them. According to one interpretation of this source, the Shekinah is the highest of 6 types of holy fire. Oh, then you see, you will understand. What? Surah Yasin ayat. You kindle your own fire from the tree. Even that. When a married couple is worthy of this manifestation, all other types of fire are consumed by it. The Talmud states that Shekinah rests on man neither through gloom nor through sloth. Oh, what days in college. Oh, God was present in St. Joseph's College when I was there. Nor through frivolity, nor through levity, nor through talk, nor through idle chatter, but only through a matter of joy in connection with mitzvah. There is no occurrence of the word Shekinah in pre-rabbinic literature, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls. It is only afterwards in the Targums and rabbinic literature that the Hebrew term Shekinah or Aramaic equivalent Shekinah is found and then becomes extremely common. Martin McNamara considers that the absence might lead to the conclusion that the term only originates after the destruction of the temple in 70 CE. 2 Maccabees 14, verse 35, a temple of your habitation. Okay, I'm reading too much, I think. So the Jewish prayer, Rosh Hashanah, relationship to the Holy Spirit, Shekinah, Sabbath bride. Let us invite the Shekinah with a newly laid table. Shekinah, crown. Okay, then I went somewhere else also. Come, O bride, O bride. The feminine aspect in the Kabbalah. So this feminine aspect, you see, like the Hindus with Radha Rani, love, devotee of Sri Krishna, and also part of Sri Krishna. In the imagery of Kabbalah, the Shekinah is the most overtly female Sephira, the last of the 10 Sephirot, referred to imaginatively as the daughter of God. The harmonious relationship between the female Shekinah and the 6 Sephirot, which precede or causes the world itself to be sustained by the flow of divine energy. What my friend, I remember thinking of my friend in London, Hindu friend, who said, what do you think of the feminine energy? And I didn't have an answer for it. Is she the creatrix, like the Sufis say, Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad is? So you see, I was wondering about this tangent, going on a tangent, that if Imam Ali is truth, and truth is with Imam Ali is with the Quran, and all that, then how come the Sufis who claim that Imam Ali gives us all this Gnostic knowledge, then how come the 12er Shia say they are deviants? And they get all this like Fatima is the creatrix, and it's in fact, some things like merging with Allah, like Mansur al-Hallaj, but he was a Sufi, or so things like that. Like Imam Ali should give, like they claim that some Sufis claim that Imam Ali gives them. Yeah, when Sarah Saveri wrote about Sufism in her book, The Taste of Hidden Things, she did not mention Imam Ali. She mentioned Khizr and Moses' story and all that, right? So, but still, there was no mention of Imam Ali there. However, I was quite overwhelmed by her book. I used to read it a little bit and take a break, go down, or go out for a walk. It was so overwhelming. And she's turned out to be a Jewish Israeli lady. And my grandfather, my maternal, this is something so funny. In his Koja Sindhi, in my childhood, he used to say, Zahra Zaveri, Kach mein Haveri. And I don't remember the whole rhyming thing. He used to say from Zahra Zaveri. So this is Sarah Zaveri. Zaveri. Her book, The Taste of Hidden Things, didn't have an A. It was like S.V. Saveri, I think. S-V-E-R-I. So there's The Taste of Hidden Things by Sarah Saveri. Anyhow, the Sephiroth and all this, so she is like the moon this also. She is like the moon reflecting the divine light into the world. So the moon doesn't have its own light, we find out scientifically, right? The sun gives it its light. So, so this Yamuna Kinare, Radharani, Chandrama kise kahe Chandra. Like, who shall we call the mother Chandrama? The mother of the moon, and who shall we call the moonlight? Krishna, Radha, or both? What, like that? In loosely translated, right? Let me just show you. My goodness. Sorry, excuse me. So, this Yamuna Kinare. This is how it starts. Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Here it is, in this one. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. 3 years ago. Yamuna Kinare. Right? At the corner of Yamuna, the river, I think. Kisi kahe Chandra, and who to call moon. So you can see, you can see the translation. Maybe it's in the box, description box. But no, in the beginning, would you get, I can't play this. I have to ask them for, I would get in the copyrights. And I just can't even, to see the description box, tap on the, it'll start playing, you see this. So this and, okay. And where, so the place, its presence. So can the Jews do this? They definitely can call God and have the Shekinah, the presence of God, as we are told. So as we are told, it was like this in another Quran ayat, which I didn't search out. I'm just too overwhelmed right now, and too like in a shock. What this person has done, really. So the family of Harun and Tabut. What does Surah Baqarah? I think it's in this. The reason why the Quran, Surah Baqarah 248. So the Prophet further told them the sign of Saul's kingship is that the ark will come to you containing reassurance from your Lord, and the relics of the family of Moses and the family of Aaron, which will be carried by the angels. Surely in this is a sign for you if you truly believe. So this reassurance containing Sakina, Tabut, ark, Tabut, it's called Tabut. Surah 2 ayat 248. Calm, peace is Sakina. So according to this, in the Quran ayat, says Sakina, right, in Arabic. Let me show you how. So the Jews, like between man and wife, oh, man and woman, how Sakina, the dwelling place, God's presence comes. So maybe in Yathrib, God's presence was there. Do you understand? It's not only at this time. He's made a big, big time mistake. Surah 2, Ayat 248. Killed all the, or exiled, Surah 2, Ayat 248. Okay, this will, 248. Quran.com will really help you. If I can get there, yes, I've got. I've settings, I put this like this way. So you see, and said to them their prophet, Nabi, indeed a sign, ayat, of the kingship, mulkihi, that is, will come to you, the ark, tabut. In it is tranquility, sakina, right? Here. Tabut, in it is sakina. Now, now, Allah sends peace, right? In Surah Yasin, the merciful Lord sends peace. The word, what is it? Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Peace, a word from the most merciful. Surah Yasin. So this Sakina here in the Muslim world, or how do you say it? It means tranquility, but in the Jewish it means the presence of God from your Lord and a remnant of what? This is not important for now. This was important when I was telling the Sunnis about the Shias worshipping. You say they worship this and the tabut and all this. Like they do it this way, ritual. Symbols, relics of Karbala they worship. You would say. The Sunnis or whoever the Muslims would say. Non-Shia. Okay, so what... sorry, I'm not able to... So in the Muslim, like the presence... Wait, sorry. In the Quran, Sakina signifies the presence or peace. It does signify the presence of God. Oh, sent by God into the hearts of Muslims and Muhammad, according to John Esposito. Not all Muslims believe that it signifies the presence of God. Yatra ke Javana Marcia, Shia Marcia. The Prophet further told them the sign of so this and then Sakina means tranquility, peace, calm. From the Arabic root sakana, to be quiet, to abate, to dwell. In Islam, Sakina designates a special peace, the peace of God. Although related to Hebrew, Shekinah, the spiritual state, is not an indwelling of the divine presence. Need quotation to verify, it says here, in brackets. The ordinary Arabic use of the word's root is the sense of abiding or dwelling in a place. Must have been taken from the Jews, right? The story in Tafsir and Israelite literature relates how Abraham and Ismail, when looking for the spot to build the Kaaba, Tafsir and the Israel in this, according to Islam. So God says, when looking for the spot to build the Kaaba, found Sakina. Newbie writes that it was like a breeze, Nasim, soft breeze, fresh, with a face So I did feel like that breeze coming when I felt empty in St. Joseph's College. It's like a new... That morning in St. Joseph's College, on the steps of outside common room, opposite our building, saying build over me, common room. There was a new place built later on, I think, I'm not sure. Oh, opposite are building the premises of St. Joseph's College. Like, oh my God. And it was so good. Oh, so peaceful. Now I was like Mimi to my granddad. The fruit of patience I hold in my hand. Because when I was in St. Vianney's next nearby school, when in my childhood my granddad used to say the Chinese proverb, I think it is, that the fruit of patience is so sweet. So there was a tree, guava tree guava tree there in front, before the gate of our school, St. Vianney's. And I used to look at the tree and say, oh, Mamie, remember Mamie's echo. In the morning, she would make toast breakfast for us if we came from my grandparents' place. Butter and bread. And she used to say the fruit of patience is so sweet. And so, and that was years ago, and what I went through, separated from my teacher, and then reaching St. Joseph's College, feeling the soft breeze, fresh breeze come, new, afresh and afresh, new and a new Hafiz, and the whole past went away out of my head, my heart. Miss Tissa, any echo of her, what she used to tell me, nothing remained. Saying, build over me. With a face that could talk. Oh, I didn't see a face though. It was like a breeze. Build over me. Hawa, 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 khushbu lutadi. It's a song. Hawa means air, wind, associated with piety. Yes, I felt like I was a direct descendant of Adam, so innocent. Like, no sin, no guilt. And moments of divine inspiration. Okay. Sakina in the Islamic mysticism signifies an interior spiritual illumination. So what I meant by Islamic world is Islam, you know what it means. Correcting myself and comments regarding Sakina. Sakina in the Quran can refer to God's blessings of solace, and succor upon both the children of Israel and Muhammad. Al-Qurtubi mentions in its exegesis, in explanation of the above-mentioned verse, Surah 2, Ayat 248, that according to Wahab ibn Munnabi, Sakina is a spirit from God that speaks. And in case of the Israelites, where people disagreed on some issue, this spirit came to clarify the situation. When they asked Muhammad, you see, the spirit is by the command. The Jews, they knew he doesn't know. Sakina is a sweet breeze wind, yes, whose face is like a face of a human. Principal appeared in the parlor opposite, common room, steps. I was sitting. And actually, she did live opposite me in the old house. And I was like, don't even think about it. Oh, the face of a human. Hello, principal's face. No, I just, so, am I blaspheming against God? Mujahid mentions that when Sakina glanced at an enemy, in college, like I was inspiration that anyone who's against you in principle will face their ruin, their destruction. No, 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 no. You know, this girl, she came to me. Oh, sorry. So, the student, and I was just quiet in the parlor. So, yes. And then afterwards, I never saw her. Like, she held this grudge against me that you played. I played a favorite song of the principal. I told them to play the dedications music still, sorry. So, I give some money. And I said that I'm bribing you. So Amreen told me, no, you're not bribing me. I'm putting it in the stall, but it's like I'm bribing the stall, right? But I didn't say anything. So this girl whose music dedication song was there in the list, right? So Amreen put it in between before her, and she played my dedication for the principal, her favorite song. This girl came and said, you know, she was very angry at me, upset with me. So I was like quiet. She told me off. I was quiet, and of course I was. So I was like, sorry. Oh my God. And then I didn't see her in college. So watch out. Anyone coming between me and the principal will face their doom. That's what I was told in college. Inspiration by God. God's presence was there. I was singing, and when Shakina glanced at an enemy. And you know, in our Shia, we have this Imam Barga and Sakina, Mehfil Sakina. It's a small Imam Barga also, in front of the big Imam Barga. So whenever we had Sakina, so a little bit, again, going into a tangent, whenever we had Sakina, so Martyrdom Day, Tabut and all in the Imam Barga, we would say, hi Sakina, hi Pyas. This special, right, hi like Allah's Sakina, or hi, you know, it's Allah's, I think. So then when I met the principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar, she never said salam to me. She's always like, hi Zahra, hi. Never salam. This is where I was like, Princey brings me peace. Like our principal in the beginning, the senior council members of St. Joseph's College used to call her Princey. Everyone called her Princey, so this is where I learned to call her Princey and not the principal. Later on, when we were in, we stopped calling her Princey and then principal. When we were in the final year or third year. But the earlier council members used to call her Princey. Her Princey. Principal. What a thing. So she, hi Zahra. So Princey brought me peace, right? And it was so good, the joy. Depression went away. It was like she was my, what you call that, sedative pill. All that terrible depression. So, Ibn Atiyah mentions about the Ark of the Covenant, a tabut, to which the Sakina was associated, that souls found therein peace, warmth, companionship, and strength. So for Imam Hussein's daughter, whose name was Sakina, we used to build a tabut, like make a tabut, prepare a tabut, and do the whole vigil and stay there for the tabut. Sit very close to the tabut because in our that was my mother's side, right? When I read in the Bible, the ones who are in the front will be at the back. Oh God, I got so scared, and I tried to retreat from the tabut. Because you see, my mother's, they were all the caretakers, and my grandmother used to, my mother's mother, and they would ask like threads and all, and for minnat, prayer, wish fulfilled. And whoever my grandmother, I was told to give it to whoever for this wish, the wishes would be fulfilled. So they would say, where's that, where's she, my grandmother, then afterwards could make it. She had some diabetes problem. Shakina glands, to which the Sakina was associated, that souls found there in peace, warmth, companionship, and strength. Yeah, like in college, I was a different person, really. I was reborn. You find all this peace, warmth, companionship, and strength. Before this, I was terribly sick with depression, wanting to commit suicide. Couldn't take 1 minute. I became so fish out of water. In Gnosticism, Shekinah, often in plural, is also present in some Gnostic writing. So you see these poor Manichaeans and Manichaeans and Mandaeans, as well as others in three writings. In these writings, Shekinahs are described as hidden aspects of God, somewhat resembling the Spandan of the Zoroastrians. The Mandaeism, a Sakina, classical Mandaic, is a celestial dwelling where Uttara, or benevolent celestial beings, live in the world of light, Alma di Nora. Alma de Nora. In Mandaean priest initiation ceremonies, a skina refers to an initiation hut where a novice and his initiator stay for 7 days without sleeping. I was told, I read some Shams Tabriz also and Rumi were in a hut somewhere. But I found out from Sabir Salim on YouTube that Shams Tabriz was an Ismaili for 7 days without sleeping. The hut is called a skina, since priests are considered to be the earthly manifestations of Uttaras, and the initiation hut represents the abode of the Uttara on earth. An anthropologist, Raphael Patai, entitled The Hebrew Goddess. The author argues that the term Shekinah refers to a goddess by comparing and contrasting scriptural and medieval Jewish Kabbalistic source materials. Patai draws a historic distinction between the Shekinah and the Matronit. In this book, Patai also discusses the Hebrew goddesses Asherah and Anat Yahu. Asherah means 10, like in the Arab Islamic Asherah, Asera, Akkadian, was a goddess in ancient Semitic religions. She also appears in Hittite writing as Asartus, Hittite, Athirat, Ugarit. The scholars hold that Yahweh and Asherah were a concert pair in ancient Israel and Judah, while others disagree. Great Mother, Lady Ashira, she or they. Some have sought a common noun meaning of her name, especially in Ugaritic, okay, Baal cycle, Rabat Athirat Yam, only found in the Baal cycle. I say Baal. But the homophones meaning an Ugaritarian language. There is no hypothesis for Rabat, Athiratiyam. No hypotheses. Without significant issues, if Ashira were a word from Ugarit, it would be pronounced differently. Means great mother. The Jews now, you see, I think what this Persian Magi on YouTube, all this, Persian, all this has come from the Magi's and then it all changed. The God of the Israelites changed. He was actually, he had a concert, he was a god and there was a goddess with him. There's further speculation that Shekinah as a feminine aspect of Yahweh. Maybe this speculation. Cultural memory or devolution of Asherah. Another such aspect is seen in the feminine grammatically or otherwise treatment of the Holy Spirit or Sophia. Goddess aspect creep can even lap upon male figures like Jacob or Jesus. Iconography. Sumer. Akkadian text. Now, Asherah doesn't, servant of Asherah. Here, Asherah doesn't mean 10. Servant of the Lion Lady. Mistress of lions. Now, Durga Ma has a lion for her, vehicle. She rides on, sits on. Asherah. Oh, Durga Ma has 10 hands or 8. So, okay, even the Jews now, like before, they really messed up with the goddess and gods and goddesses, Persian Magi and all this. I think it's a very ancient religion, whatever you may call it. It is. But this one even messed it up worse. So but that doesn't mean, what he did to the Jews in Yathrib. So it could be a city in Yathrib where Jews invoked Shekinah came. And their marriages, between a man and a woman, Shekinah. So then you will understand this also. I've only been commanded to worship the Lord of the city. Now, is Allah the Lord of the city only? No. So this verse, like I showed you before, is out of place. And I was trying to say Arabic. I have been commanded to worship. You see, I was like, it's only, and another thing, like only I have been commanded. Some translations of Surah 27, ayat 91. So only I. So maybe it's, see here in Nama, only I am commanded. Not, it makes a difference, right? If you say even this, in English, Only I am commanded. Means only me, only I am commanded to worship the Lord of the city. No one else is commanded to worship the Lord of the city. Only I am commanded to worship the Lord of the city. It could mean this, or if in Arabic, I don't know. So, but even then, that I am commanded, I have only been commanded, like this also, only been commanded to worship the Lord of this city, meaning no other Lord but the Lord of the city. No other God but the God of the city. So, two meanings we can take out of this. Baldati, the one who made it sacred. La 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 la. Yatrib. Look what Prophet Muhammad has done. Rab of this. Hade. Hada. City Balad. Balda. No, sorry, Baldati. Haramaha. Made it sacred. The one who made it sacred. And to him belongs all things, and I'm commanded that I be of the Muslims. You know, Muslim, you can say that even the polytheists could be saved. Like, just submit to the will of this God. Or submit yourself to this God of the city. If it's like, not only I have been commanded, but only I am commanded, only that I worship the Lord of this city. So this you will understand. Another thing you will understand is Surah Yasin, ayat 80. From the Jewish side, whose fire do you kindle? It is he who produces for you the spark from the green tree. Oh, Safia and her husband. And you know what this Islamic source that he slapped her and he thought the husband, and so terrible. So, you know, they put like between a man and a woman, God, right? Shekinah. Ah, what a nasty thing. He's done sacrilegious things. Oh, marry them. Surah Nisa. Sorry, I feel so upset, hurt. Sorry, I'm just going to take a break.